What's going on, guys? Happy New Year. I hope you guys are all having a good start to your 2025, shooting the streets, getting good images, and finding that light. But if you're having difficulty making decent images or finding the light, then you're in the same boat as I. And that's why I want to watch this episode of Behind the Sensor, featuring my very good friend from the land down under, Australian street photographer extraordinaire, Mr. Sam Ferris. Because if there's anybody that can find the light, it's Sam, all right. Did that just rhyme? Wow, I could really pursue a career in hip hop. I'm going to be watching my first Behind the Sensor video from YouTuber, street photographer, Matej Sefcik. And maybe you and I can learn a thing or two through Sam's techniques. Some of the questionnaires that's being asked. Now, this episode is filmed in New York City, not Australia. Sam had a showing in December in New York City. So I am expecting some spontaneity in this episode because Sam's not in his natural environment. So we'll see. Another thing I want to mention, I've been following Sam's work probably around 2015-ish. I remember coming across his work, his famous bird, I don't know what is it titled? The flock of birds flying in front of the condo with that beam of light. If you guys follow Sam's work, you guys know what image I'm talking about. And I remember seeing it at the San Francisco Street Photography Festival on the wall. And I thought to myself, how is this street photography? What the heck is this? You know, at the time I was a little traditionalist, you know, it needed some kind of people, humanistic form in the image. But as I continued to learn about the genre and I revisited that photo, maybe a few years after, 2017-ish, I was able to really find the beauty in that image and appreciate it a lot more. I mean, just talk about the timing, the light, Sam's instincts to be able to press that shutter button. And yeah, I would say that image kind of helped break that barrier for me of what a street photograph may be. So I'm excited to watch this episode. Let's jump straight into it together.
I guess like everyone would always taking pictures. I always enjoyed having a camera, like taking pictures growing up. I think I got one when I was about 5 or 6 years old as a reward for like good behavior or something like that.
He got a camera when he was 5 or 6 years old? No wonder he's good. I'm still learning what the shutter button does. So far I like this vibe where they're just sitting down, having coffee, talking, is real chill vibes. I've never really been a fan of walking and interviewing somebody. I think it's hard to concentrate for both the interviewer and the interviewee. Especially with street photography, you need some time to think. It's real personal, real deep. It feels like a therapeutic session with Sam here, and the camera just happens to be on. I like this informal approach.
I started to walk to and from university each day, and on the walk I'd see stuff that I thought was interesting or maybe photographable. I had a little point and shoot camera, so this was, I guess, before I got an iPhone or anything like that. I had a little point and shoot digital Canon camera, take that with me.
Damn, he's making me feel old. I remember having a point and shoot camera in high school. I didn't really use it at all. Oh man, the regrets we live with. I wish I was taking photos then.
And I didn't really know what I was doing, and I didn't have a name for what I was doing. I found out about street photography and the whole genre and history of it later on. But I just enjoyed the kind of meditative experience of walking and seeing and photographing and taking that time each day away from academic life, which was, I guess, becoming increasingly isolating and stressful.
I totally agree with Sam here. Street photography gives you that kind of meditative state. I was just explaining to a friend the other day, street photography kind of helped me get through my 9 to 5 when I was working a 9 to 5. It gave me something to look forward to during lunch, and then by the time I get back to lunch, I'm rejuvenated for work. I believe everyone is an artist and they just need to find their own creative outlet. You know, Sam, myself, and many others, we shot before the wave of social media. We didn't shoot because of social media. We shot because it just gave us that meditative state. It helped us just be present, helped us practice mindfulness. And you know, it just let us enter a zone that we, you know, wouldn't be able to find anywhere else.
My dad's a painter, so he's a fairly well-known Australian painter.
Oh, his dad's a painter. Wow, those are nice paintings.
Filled with his art books.
It's in the genes in the Ferris household.
He was in touch with and kind of had this mentor type relationship with a really famous Australian painter named Jeffrey Smart. So Jeffrey Smart's really well known in Australia, and his compositions almost look like street photographs in many ways, like the use of kind of the colour and light and everyday scenes.
Yeah, if you have that artistry in your lineage, like for example, his dad is a painter, and I'm assuming Sam doesn't paint, but he was able to find another creative outlet with a camera shooting street photography. But having that visual reference growing up with his dad's paintings and I'm sure other things. That helps with his visual training, visual education, lighting, layers, depth, color. It's essential in photographs and in painting. So yeah, props to your dad.
I remember just driving around there as a kid, and my dad would stop and kind of get out and shoot something, and I'd ask him like, what are we doing? Why are we doing that? And he kind of explained how he wanted to use it in painting, or that he's using it as a reference.
You know, it's interesting. I have a few friends that are painters, visual artists, and they use photography as research, experimentation for their own work. You know, they'll go on a hike, take photographs of trees, mountain, leaves, and use those examples in their own paintings. How the light hits the leaves at this time of the day, which way the tree moves when the wind blows that way. So it's very interesting.
I mean, if you're, like, it doesn't matter if you're looking or shooting from the hip or whatever, like, it doesn't matter what your style is, but you got to be confident in it, and kind of, like, if you feel genuinely that you're not doing anything wrong and kind of you're comfortable and calm, people are going to pick up on that vibe, and they're going to probably think you're a bit weird, but like they're going to be fine with whatever you're doing because your intention is genuinely a good one. But if you're stressed and nervous and kind of come across as like a, I don't know, people are going to pick up on that.
Yeah, I say this all the time. At least in the US, shooting in public, as long as you're not hurting anybody, or in this case, you're not breaking the law, just shoot with confidence. Feel like you belong out on the streets, blend in with the crowd, and you'll be fine. I know in other countries, certain European countries, there are restrictions. But at the end of the day, just adapt to your environment. So yeah, good tips and reminders from Sam. Sam brings up another good point, like the energy you output, people are going to feel that. If you are anxious and with anxiety, people can read that, people can feel that, people can see your body language. So you want to just be as natural and calm. Mindfulness, you know, practice mindfulness, be present, and just know what you're doing is just totally fine.
So like it's usually someone watching, and he's nearly out of breath.
I'm James Brown. That's me, fuckers. Take my picture now or I'll spit down your throat and down your neck. I'll on your face. I swear to God. Okay. I swear to God, take my picture, I'll fucking kill you. All right. I'll take that camera and fucking throw it right on the ground. Take my picture, I'll fucking go get it. I'll go to jail. I don't give a fuck. Stop taking pictures. I swear to God,
Okay.
What's my name?
James Brown.
Exactly. What song do I sing?
I feel good.
I live in America.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
do you live?
Australia.
America. No, you live in Australia?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of the country. Give me that camera and get the fuck out.
All right, man.
That's your payment for coming to the country. Give it to me.
All right, have a good day. See, we manifested that because we were
Yeah.
talking about like confrontation and shit. Of course, like a couple of people having a conversation with a camera brings attention, can bring the wrong kind of attention sometimes.
Talk about timing. Sam was mentioning confrontation and boom! There you have it. New York City for you. But he handled it well and with ease. No big deal.
But sometimes it's just like good to kind of wander and just shoot where you go and spend 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Maybe suss out this, like I really like the yellow,
Oh, it's getting juicy.
like the yellow umbrella, yellow, like this scene here with someone in yellow.
Oh, the yellow and harsh contrast of lighting. This is totally Sam's scene corner right here. It is hard to get an image, generally speaking, but when you're being filmed, interviewed, it's not easy to focus on everything. I mean, even when I go out to shoot with friends, I rarely ever get anything when I'm shooting with somebody else, let alone when I shoot alone.
Like you never know.
Right now, right?
Oh, nice image right here. This is like a masterclass from Sam Ferris. So if you guys are new to street photography, you know, even if you're seasoned, you guys should just watch this and how he kind of works the scene, finds the location, the reasoning. This is perfect.
On the commute on the way to school, I'm usually shooting, and then after school, especially in the summertime, probably spend 2 to 3 hours a night out on the street shooting because we've got the longer days and the longer light. So I really try and work in the time that I've got. So time is always limited. It's always the thing you need. And when I have an hour or two, I like try and make use of it and try and get as many pictures as I can.
Right there you have it. Especially, this is such a good note to hear, especially at the beginning of the new year, 2025. The realities of making time to shoot street photography, because we all have things to do, things to take care of, and you just gotta find time for it. So right there, Sam explained on the way to work, after work, when the sun is beginning to set, you gotta find that pocket of time within your day and try to make it work. Just the harsh reality of it.
So I usually try and stay at 1,000th of a second, just so nothing blurs in the frame. Like between 500 and 1,000 is pretty good. 2,000, use that on really, really harsh light, but usually stay at 1,000. And then all I do is kind of manipulate the aperture as I'm shooting, like depending on if I'm going into the light or with the light or offside onto the light. So if I'm side on, like this kind of f11 is pretty good. And that gets the kind of profile and leaves the background fairly dark.
Yeah.
If I'm going with the light, like I'm shooting towards you with the light, 100% maybe f13. If I'm going into the light, strangely I'll go back to f8 because I don't want everyone to become a silhouette.
Yeah.
I want to have some details, but also the sky's going to blow out no matter what you do on a really sunny day. Like I'd rather have details in the subjects and that kind of thing.
Oh damn, Sam is giving all his secrets here for free. Make sure you Venmo or PayPal Sam right after this video. I mean, this takes years of practice, and the knowledge and the experiences, tips and tricks that he's sharing here within the first like 14 minutes. Explosion.
So yeah, digital was my first entry point in like around that kind of maybe 2010 to 2012 kind of era. I've got about maybe 100 rolls undeveloped film at the moment.
100 rows undeveloped? What the hell? Is this normal? I don't know, because I don't shoot film.
So that's my partner Louisa. And
Whoa!
it's a bit of a chaotic time for us. The look
This one
Louisa's
is
giving me the photo, like,
amazing.
why did you take-
I've never seen this photo before. Huh, this is awesome. And it's of his family. They're just going on and about. This is a good image, man. This is probably my favorite image from Sam's work.
I thought it was a really good frame because every kind of part of it was filled, and it's got all the principles of like what I look for in a street photo, that kind of got the 3 layers of depth, like a foreground, middle ground, background.
This is the realities of family life. I know it myself. And each person spaced out doing their thing. And I like the little plane over the head. Like, it's almost like they missed their flight and the wife is pissed off. And the kids don't care. They're just in their own world. And then Sam's in his own world just taking photographs. I don't know how he's able to get these kind of great images when he's with his family, because when I'm out with my kids, I can't concentrate. They're so wild running around. I tried photographing them spontaneously. Probably my best images, if anything, of my kids is in the house when they're just laying around, but out on the street or wherever we're going, it is so hard to get a nice candid shot.
So the Flickr community was kind of still going.
Oh, here's the shot I was talking about earlier. The birds with the beamy light. Let's see what he has to say.
There was a group on there which had like weekly challenges, or I think maybe fortnightly challenges. The book that sort of started for a lot of people was Street Photography Now, and that was like, you know, the Bible of street photography for a lot of people, and probably the first or second book I bought in the compendium for the first time, Street Photography Now. To celebrate it, Thames and Hudson used the Flickr community, because that's where the street photography community really was, and they ran a competition where everyone in the book, every photographer in the book would set a challenge, and then they'd run this year-long, I think it ran for nearly a year. The photographers would have a week to do that challenge, then submit their photo. Whoever had the best overall body of work for the year would be the winner. And you'd have a great photographer like pop on Flickr and set a challenge for that 2 weeks, or a theme that people had to do. So now that was a big learning experience, because you actually understand, like, all right, this is what Matt Stewart thinks of a photo. And that photo, I guess, was the first one that kind of I made during that time, that sort of stood out and got noticed by a few people, and I had a few people contact me. And so it was the first one that, like, I had that feedback that I knew I had something interesting or special.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, because I was curious how Sam knew this was a great photograph, or whether or not to submit it. That makes sense. Yeah, the Flickr community. I'm always late to any of the social media apps, so I did have Flickr but was not very involved. But clearly, having that online support, genuine and constructive feedback can really go a long ways for your street photography journey.
So I was shooting that for maybe half an hour, like trying to get pedestrians in front of it, or go closer to the water, try and get a landscape type shot. I think, maybe I was thinking about leaving, or kind of done with it. Like, I took a few more shots and these birds kind of flew through the scene. I clocked it because it came from behind me, and they kind of came in from behind. So I saw something out of the corner of my eye moving, and I took the shot thinking, like, I probably didn't get anything. Moments where you couldn't predict it. I wouldn't put that photo together in my kind of wildest imaginings of what a great photo or a street photo looks like. It doesn't have people in it, and the light, like, I've never really seen light that dramatic before. But yeah, I was there at the right time and pushed the button and got it, and it's that one that started opening a few doors in my kind of street journey, I guess.
All right, there you have it, guys. That was a lot of fun. Sam is very down to earth, very humble. Yeah, open the door. What is this? What in the world is this? From Sam Ferris. What? Are you serious? Is this some kind of prank? Because it's not April Fool's yet. My God, how do I open this thing? Ah! Oh my gosh, how did Sam get my address? This is so packaged, taped so well.
1 hour later. 1 eternity later.
Woo, this is work out. The acid in my arms kicking in. Somebody get me scissors. Ah, really? Sam, you sent this? This can't be real. Oh my gosh. Sam's latest book. Rain, rain, go. Hey, this is nice. Oh. Oh, who's that girl? Woohoo! Look at her. Oh, it's signed. Holy sh. Oh, look at this. I am just getting bombarded with Sam Ferris on this Saturday afternoon. There you have it, guys. Reacting to Sam Ferris behind the sensor video. Awesome, awesome, awesome video. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button as well. And you know that notification bell? Hit that, and every time I post new content, you will be notified. Until next time, rain, rain, go.